side of the aircraft, which is the left side of in this case. It depends on the visibility, how far out I can scan. But I basically go back and forth, out and in, and checking for symptoms, for trees, for Ohia trees that show the symptoms.
We find huge devastated areas of Ohia trees all across Big Island, mostly in the lower Puna area where the first kind of hotspot was. But unfortunately we found a new hotspot on the Kona side, and we were really shocked to see that much dying trees over there, and that are dying as we speak over there.
But yeah, look at it, greater than 50% now. The majority of the dark leaf is all guava, which is, invasive.
We had a whole bunch of surveys, especially Big Island, where we focused most of our intensity. And it went up from originally 32,000 acres to now, as we finished the island, to about 50,000 acres that show the symptoms. It is not yet confirmed that it is actually rod. It all has to be ground truth by taking samples and sending it to the lab. So these numbers that we found are just trees that have the symptoms, but we cannot be sure that they are.
Unfortunately, it's only small scale.
It is a very rapid moving disease. We already know that. We confirmed these new outbreaks on the Kona side, and who knows how it got over there. The researchers were as shocked as us when they saw how widespread it is over there in such a short amount of time. I mean, we found that just a few months ago, and it's already such a big area that it's really scary, actually. During our surveys, we found trees that show similar symptoms, but at this point, we don't believe that it is on other islands. There are samples taken constantly on other islands too. They are sent to the lab, but so far none of them have been confirmed. But a lot of these trees that we found during our survey still have to be sampled, and this is going to be a longer, process of sampling those. But so far, luckily, we haven't found any. And just because we find a dying Ohia tree doesn't mean that it is raw. There's dozens of other diseases that kill Ohia that are not as severe as rapid Ohia death. I want to emphasize that we have a very, very efficient and very widespread collaborative working group in place where all agencies all natural resource management agencies are part of. And we have meetings on a monthly basis where we discuss the latest developments of the disease, of the research, of outreach activities. So this has been very, very helpful in coordinating all the different activities that are going on in the state.
As a forester and the guy who's up in the helicopter doing most, if not all, the surveys, what goes through your mind when you fly over a beautiful Ohia forest on the Big Island and it's brown and dead?
It's when you see, and I've been lucky enough to see pristine forest, native forest areas with, all those beautiful components of it. And when you spend time up in Ohia forest, you see that Ohia is like the backbone of this forest. It is one of our major tree species, one of the most important tree species, and seeing this getting eradicated almost in such a fast speed is really frightening, because we have plenty of invasive species that are just waiting to take over. When this ground cover is gone, who knows what is left over after that. We will have to see how that turns out over time, but at this time As soon as a forest is infected with rapid Ohia death, it doesn't look good. It takes out one tree after the next. It might not kill all of them, but it definitely creates room for invasive species to come in to stress the whole ecosystem and potentially change it to a non-native one.